Today we delve back into the tub of foreign coins. So, fingers crossed, we find that little something special. Welcome back everyone. If this is your first visit to my channel, I bid you a warm welcome, and hopefully by the end of this video, maybe I'll have your subscription too. So, this is the tub of mixed foreign coins I've accrued over the last year or so. Supposed to be about 3 kilos based on what I've bought, but I think it's nearer 4 or 5, possibly a bit more. So let's dive in. Right, first coin out of the pot. Oh, what have we got? Canada, 1965, 5 cents. Still nice and shiny actually. The young head profile of the Queen on the obverse, and the easily recognised beaver on a log, as I always call it, on the reverse. Very good condition considering it's over 50 years old. Right, next one. What we got? Banco Central. Oh, Peru, 1994. So what's that? The Central Reserve Bank of Peru. That'll be that. One Nuevo Sol. Actually, is that? That looks like Braille. I'm assuming that's Braille for one. Not 100% sure. I'm guessing. You never know. Coat of arms has got, looks like some sort of antelope, some sort of small tree, some sort of bush. I'm not sure, but I think that's the cornucopia. That, bit grotty, but that's Edward VII. And judging by the size of it, probably a farthing. Yep. 1909. So yeah, Edward VII. A little patina, but I've seen a lot better condition. What I'll do, I'll pop this one under the scope. I'll edit that bit in once we're done. It's quite a small coin. Just be nice to be able to home in on the date. Hi all, back again. Right, let's have a quick look at this here farthing. See exactly what we've got. So yeah, there's the date, 1909. There's Britannia. There's some of the patina that's been worn on to the coin over the years. Over the front, there's the king. And as you can see, Edward VII. £100 lira, that's going to be Italian, 1978. There we go. These are quite common, to be honest. I think I had one of these in the previous hunt as well. francs, 1982. Obviously French, judging by the wording around the edges. There you go. Republic of France. The usual shape on the inside of the circle always makes it look not circular. We may end up seeing more of these and that Italian one because they are quite common in these mixed bags. Ooh, that's small, very light. Poland, 2018. 1 grosz. So that's current issue because I don't think Poland are in the euro. It's quite a small coin, really. Memory serves, they're steel, I think, coated in brass. I think I read that somewhere a little while ago. Might be magnetic. Let me just grab the magnet. Yep, magnetic. That's the steel aspect confirmed. Very small, very lightweight. Probably easy to lose that in your pocket as well. What's that? No, another French one. 5 francs, 1970. Bit dinged up around the edges. Again, quite a fairly common coin to come across in these mixed bags. With these though, especially the French ones, I've mentioned it before, you've got mint marks, and on the French one is this little mark next to the number, next to the 5. And this particular one looks like, yeah, I think that's the owl. They had an owl and a fish, and I think there's been a couple of others over the years. They run in like a sequence of so many years for each mint mark. Eek, what is that? Focus. Ah, what? Is that rupee? 2002. I think that's it. Yeah, that says rupee, and that looks like a 1 running down the middle. The fact it says rupee and not rupees, plural. Yeah, India. There you go. Oh, this is well and truly grotty. For something that's 20 years old, must have been buried in the ground or spilt somewhere. Pretty sure you can get better condition ones than that if you try looking. (1978) 10 Groschen. Is that Austria? Yep. 10 Groschen. Another very light coin. I think it's aluminium. Or if you're from over the pond, aluminum. Oh, here we go. Another 100 lira. I did mention that these things were fairly common. This one is 1979. The other one was 1978, I think it was. Yeah, there you go. So, got the start of a run. Hey! £50 new pence. And if you're from the UK, you will know this. It's an old 50p. This is the big 50p. One that went out of circulation a few years ago now. But this is 1969. I think that was the first year that they actually went into circulation. So it's a decimal coin that went into circulation pre-decimal. I think they minted them in '68, but they never issued them for circulation. I think they only went into collections, into sets. But 1969 was the first one to actually go into full-blown circulation. If I just grab a current size one, you can see size difference straight away. These old 50p's are still quite collectible. Some people in the UK go crazy over them. They're the earlier ones. There's a lot of them, obviously, because they had to get them out there into circulation to replace the pre-decimal stuff. But over the years, late '70s, they start becoming few and far between. If you ever come across them, it's worth hanging on to, even just for a part of your collection. On Earth? Oh, that way. Greek. Definitely Greek. Looking at that writing, it doesn't even say Greece as far as I know. So Alexander, does it say at the top? 100 drachma, 1992. I don't know much about these, but I do know that the mint mark next to the date, just there, that's the mark of it's the National Mint of Greece, I want to say. I believe it's on all their coins since roughly the early '70s, all the way to date. That's quite an interesting one. Nice shape. Give it a good dig around. I do. This is very well worn. Deutsches Reich. So Germany, 10 Pfennigs, 1876. It's very worn. It's not silver. Pretty sure of that. Most likely nickel. I think some of these were copper plated as well when they were first issued. So I suspect the copper plating is worn off because this is quite rounded and very, very smooth. But if you notice, there's a mint mark either side of the tail. It's a G. Germany had, I don't know, 8, 9 different mint marks over the centuries. Or sorry, I should say mints, not mint marks, because they all varied. So maybe for a bit of fun, you guys could look up the G mint mark for an 1876 10 Pfennig. See where that came from. See where that was minted. Oh, UK again. Yeah, this time it's an old penny. 1878. So yeah, that's Victoria as it is. Very worn, which is quite common for the age, to be honest. There are quite a few nice crisp edition ones out there, but you pay a little bit more for the better quality, obviously. Now, this profile is referred to as the bun head. That was used from about 1860 to the mid 1890s, and that's when she changed over to the what we call the veiled head, through to her death in 1901. Very well worn, but surprising the date is actually still showing. It's usually the other way around. You can't see the date, but you can read 1 down that side and penny down that side. Um, Looks like Greece again. (1968). Trying to read. I don't do Greek. I think that's King Constantine, I want to say. I'm not too sure of the numbering sequence for Constantine. I say they're the second or the third. I think I want to say second, but I'm not sure. Happy to be corrected. But the text does look like his name. It does look as though it says Constantine there. 1968 on the front, on the back, on the reverse. 10 drachma with the Greek crowned arms. And I think they refer to these guys as the defenders, I think it is. I think it's a part of Greek history. And the last one for now. Oh, another German. 1950. 10 Pfennigs. Again, this is another quite a common coin. You get these throughout all the different mixed bags when you buy mixed bags of foreign coins, that sort of thing. And this one's got the mint mark of D. So there might be, for example, 1950, 10 Pfennig, you might have 3 or 4 different mint marks. So if you go down the route of collecting old German coins, be prepared to have plenty of storage room. So my favourite 3 out of that little lot, I'll always favour an old classic. The farthing, got to go with the very worn German. I do like that one. And just for some strange, quirky reason, that grotty looking Indian. I suspect it'll clean up, but I'm not a big fan of actually cleaning coins. But having one of these in your collection, it always gives you that little bit of extra incentive to go out and get a decent copy, a clean version, or a less crudded up version, shall we say. So, hopefully you found that interesting. Dare I say, maybe a little educational. So, on that note, I hope to see you all again. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider. It's going to help the channel no end. And as always, thank you and cheers all.